We are back for a finger fucking good to eating
We're
simulator.
gonna fuck the Colonel and get this shit done. Who's controlling?
You are.
Like
You have traditionally been the navigator for the series.
Your mouse is really not sensitive. And there's crumbles everywhere.
Don't tell the audience that.
It's just from these biscuits.
Yeah, it's definitely biscuits. I roll up biscuits every day.
So
So welcome back, everybody. We've died several times this game.
what?
Last time we tried putting ourselves upon the general, and he essentially pulled a what's his name, Bill Cosby on us. So here we are back at school.
What?
Well, everything went dark, and then we died or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, he gave us pudding pops. Alright.
Yeah.
It's Colonel Sanders. Okay. He's here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. He won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. Did we already do this? I think we did.
Yeah.
Okay. We're hurting.
This is
devastating
Skip.
loss.
Do not pass up a shot glass. I don't care about baby
It
man.
didn't let me do anything with it. I already tried. Believe me, I tried the shot glass. Oh, it does. I'm a fucking liar.
Oh,
it's a
scented
candle, you asshole.
I'm an alcoholic.
Power tool?
As you may not have been able to tell, we've been using this series to drink
What?
H2O. It's water.
We gotta
good
click
for
on
you.
his cock. Come on,
Hell
come
yeah.
on. Do I need to... What?
This is Grandma's ashes. I snort a lot of them every day.
Can chicken be prepared sashimi style?
Here we are. Whew, okay.
Alright.
We do
Now-
not make a big move.
That's what we did, right?
Yeah.
Tell them we're cold, or do we tell the truth? What is the truth? We didn't know what the truth was.
There's no truth to be revealed aside from
It
I was
said
just
Bush
snooping.
did 9/11.
Tell them the truth. Bush did. All I'm saying is investigate Tower 7.
Are we cold or are we truthful?
I already said we have to be a truther.
Alright.
You confess.
Oh.
I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams.
Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leading Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Sorry.
Yes, Baka.
I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful.
I think you're right. We should take things slow.
You talk late in the night and drift off into a slumber.
Did we get
Dream
roofied
sequence-
again?
Yeah. Zzz.
Hey, it's all our friends.
It's the same thing.
Ooh, we get to have eggs at the Colonel's house.
Hell yeah. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. I mean, I slept over. Today's a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about.
Penis!
In some jurisdictions,
Penis!
isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. I was just about to say I'm salivating too much, I think, because I'm kind of buzzed, but...
It's a simple breakfast I just whipped up.
It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders.
Penis! So what would you say that we're the perfect match? Oh, shit. Would you say we're a perfect match?
How presumptuous!
My cuisine and your taste buds, that is.
Such confidence, such grace! Could he be the world's greatest gift to...
Cockery!
I thought it said cockery, that's why I paused.
I mean, look at it.
We're
It's
gonna
still
flatter him, obviously. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window.
And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail.
Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. It's
I was
really
speaking to the
not.
feathered cock in the corner of my room, thank you.
Overcome with emotion about the cock and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home.
You stupid baka.
This is the second time I tried to run out of his house. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one.
Thank God we got through this day without dying finally.
Jesus, you get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you.
Oh yeah, you've been really putting her up.
What does she sound like?
This is you. I think you took her on. I'm still the bitch girl.
Where have you been?
Are you really gonna do that back and forth?
Oh, I made myself laugh too much.
Hi.
Because I had one heck of a night! I fucked the Colonel! Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Ew. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. I don't like her. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? You narrate this.
As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker.
And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam the time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear.
And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers.
Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school.
It's one fucking day. Why can't I do both?
If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. But when you arrive at school, oh fuck. You encounter your rivals in the quad.
You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because you know, he's Pop.
This is swirly. It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
Look at his little ass cheek. You see that? Just peeking out.
Yeah,
Right there.
that little underdick.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dip too.
Ooh.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
Sassy.
There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
Why is she crying about this?
This is so beautiful. You've got some nerve, Boyardee, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it.
You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. I forgot about that accident.
Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
Those stockings are choking her thighs to
And I
death.
love it.
I'll never give up, just like your stockings.
Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are closing. Wait, hang on. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A natural, intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Boyardee, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive.
What is he doing? Complimenting her.
But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
Ooh.
It was clear that you're using a euphemism here, but I appreciate the temptation.
That's a lot of words to say.
I read your line.
It was a blend.
Oh, it was bland. It was not bland.
You are not worthy. Excuse me, Boyardee. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. See, I spoke your lines. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine arts of fine foods. See you inside, Boyardee.
Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday, I forgot about that, and start flipping through the pages.
Whoa, that's the book? It looks like bad news! Blah!
It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire? But grimoire?
There you go.
Oh, but I don't really believe in saying it like that.
I have to say it again, what was it? A grimoire?
Wire. Grimoire.
Grimoire?
Yeah.
Like a book of spells? I don't know.
Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out.
You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page.
I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone. I choose from all of my memories. I read that weird. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That's
What
rude
is this
as
Death
fuck.
Note
God
shit?
damn.
That is way drastic. He'd have a heart attack in like 45 seconds.
Okay, fine, it is drastic, but despite times call that
You're killing
desperate
the-
times call for desperate measures.
This is a professional Let's Play channel. And you're
It
ruining
is.
This.
Look at that book.
What is it called?
A memory erasing spell.
Okay.
Why? Don't do it. We don't want to forget the fucking
We're
Colonel
gonna have
Sanders.
to re-go through this.
Are we?
If we do it, I feel like we're gonna quote unquote die and have to replay
don't
through
do
these
it.
shitty scenes. I mean, these really
Put
cool
this
scenes.
shit away. Go to class. Look
There
at
we go.
Sprinkles. He's
He's
waiting for
ready.
the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement.
I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of.
His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly.
He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. That seems
He
rude.
doesn't want that.
Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what I was reading!
Unpredictable. Sprinkle stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Terrence! I told you to never come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence!
Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off of his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence?
You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again, I said to my ex-girlfriend.
After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone.
I apologize for the outburst. I did not mean to use the C word. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Boyardee, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see...
But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Okay.
Alright.
I told you to save it for after class.
Noises.
You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises.
Noises.
But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know?
Noises.
Yeah, well that doesn't make it a great date.
Noises.
Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain to hell.
Noises.
Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks.
Ding.
No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clank.
Ugh.
Ew. Deep fried sneaker. He's like, eat it, bitch.
In terms of deep friend footwear, I guess it looks okay.
It does say deep friend.
Yep. It sure does.
I was about to give you shit for misreading that,
No.
but that's just misspelled.
Oh, he slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe.
Oh.
Who cares about him? Can we just be done with this?
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. Some awful mini-game we're gonna force you through. I mean, the final competition! I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena.
School's 3 days and you didn't have a name
I
for
think
like
this is like
the
the
final.
4th day. I don't fucking
Whatever,
know.
but before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk.
Hey Miriam, are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone?
You're the one talking to a fucking robot.
Her tiny cooch is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy.
I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Be alone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City.
Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
I don't like her bangs.
You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me.
Damn sure I am. Well, maybe sort of, but there's a tiny pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us, you know what I'm saying? It's not Pop or Clink or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year. So what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow.
This is just such run-on sentences.
Why is Pop one of the first? Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up.
While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay,
You're
because
starving.
you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've
Suck
decided to
Colonel
head
Sanders'
to the
dick.
arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, and almost the end of this read-along Let's Play. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent.
Can we, like, recount how many actual scenes there are? There's Colonel Sanders' house, the cafeteria, outside the school, the classroom, this room, your bedroom,
We already said Colonel
and that's
Sanders'
it.
house?
Yeah.
And that's it, yeah.
That's, like, 6 scenes so far.
Yeah.
This is it!
And a chance to beat the pants off Van Van, the supposed Man-Man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. Take it away!
As plan, you begin to rush through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Boyardee's famous chicken pot pie. That sounds like an actual, like, product, but after practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, almost like that word. Your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. He got flower petals all in your fucking dish.
Boyardee, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory.
The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious.
You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Why would we ignore it and just fucking burn it? Why are we an idiot?
Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing.
I know. My nose can smell the wet pot pie from 400 yards.
That's an oddly specific distance. But you expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man.
You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell?
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie. With an all butter crust. Only $5 now on my menu for $5. And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, is it burning?
Haha, no. I can smell it was made with a heaping helping of THC.
Hell yeah.
But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. You might ruin some of the precious weedy
The moment of
vibes.
truth. Colonel Sanders wants me to pull out.
Oh, wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. I switched up the voices again, I fucked up.
There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays on the ground rules.
What? They all know rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. AK-47's permitted after 5 minutes.
You step up for the cook-off with your AK-47. You decide that mac and cheese plus pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll put you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass, and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe are fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. A lot of these sentences just throw me off because I feel like they shouldn't be said.
A lot of them were like...
Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air.
Egg wash.
Wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend bastard blaster!
Van Van flexes his pecs as he drops open a sea urchin. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality special.
Even Clink gets it.
Noises.
Wait, when did Clink learn to speak English?
Oh shit. It's a singularity as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct.
Van quickly unplugs Clink and rolls him out the back door of the arena. He was plugged in this whole time? Was he like on an extension cord? As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her... I keep running out of breath. Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dank magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic?
Seems like a good
I mean, I would, but do it the hard way?
Yeah.
Who needs magic when you've got passion?
I'm gonna do it the hard way.
Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win.
I believe in you, Boyardee.
Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, Boyardee, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. Don't forget about me.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you.
Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but...
Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. The fuck?
Aha!
However, she doesn't know that you lied in the What?
Where did she get Eye of Newt from?
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. What an idiot! The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling into a dark cloud. It thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I. Oh.
God.
It is I, Steve, the sport monster.
That's a different voice.
My voice is already fucked.
Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We sport monsters are manly. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids with your culinary speakers, whatever. Hang out.
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind?
Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Looking at me after you say that word?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'm gonna cook with the monster instead of my friend.
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little sporks pup back in the old country.
I'm trying to read fast because I'm
You
tired
can feel
of this.
Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there.
Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school, that time at band camp. You
toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Just shot on the stink eye.
God. I was just talking about earlier, like, you remember in Rocket Power, how someone would just give them the stink eye and they'd like mostly close one eye and then they're all just like, stink eye! Like, shit was so good.
I love
Okay, are we want extra power, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to drop out. I
The
didn't
other
read the
option's
other
to
one.
drop out. What the fuck?
I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win.
Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through
Hell
your
yeah.
body.
My heart is pure. My hands are greasy. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Boyardee. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me.
The power you'd been summoning immediately fades back out.
You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery.
You begin to levitate off of the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven, it can't be served. But don't worry, dear Boyardee. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. The point of view of the narrator keeps fucking changing. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've fucked up literally every dish you've touched. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it.
But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. That's when I made the $5 fill-up menu available at your local KFCs.
What a guy.
Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising benefits that surpass the individual effort.
Are you suggesting...
If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students.
With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
So stand up, so stand up, so stand up. It seems we're missing some student. Sorry about that. It seems we're missing some students. Hop, bike.
From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying.
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind? I think he's found my stash of heroin.
He found the heroin in his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now.
Let me guess, did Van Ven have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
Honestly.
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
Look at that kid. He don't want a salad. He's got grease stains on his fucking shirt.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Poor child.
And then he just falls.
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCASAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Pranks? Click! Wait.
You hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none.
Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester.
Wow, 3 whole days long.
Okay, you were right. But after days of hard work, the time has come. There's a misspelling
The
there.
time has come.
For me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
Come! Tender udon noodles and savory soup.
What a dumbass. Nobody wants that small thing.
It's so fucking tiny! My word! It's so delicate! Is it a teeny tiny Narutomaki as a spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. I understand it, man.
Yes, sprinkles and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Pickles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his dick into the bowl.
Sublime! When anyone looks like a tissue ruined it. Oh, come on! I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really... Oh god, that makes it even worse. I have a really cute electronic toothbrush for dogs. Fine. I'll enjoy it all by myself.
And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. Who would share that shit?
A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. What?
Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. I didn't do anything.
Thank you, Boyardee, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar.
That sounds disgusting, but it looks badass.
Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Flex.
Sprinkles leans in to sniff the flex, but he can't get his nose closed on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Oof, oof. Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Finally, Sprinkles goes all in. Tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded.
Youch. My tongue.
I hate this. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting.
Of
That was
course he
fucking
is.
fast.
I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat?
Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified for glamour. Don't get. I'm not reading that.
Don't discount simplicity.
This isn't the last time you've heard of me.
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk.
I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Is that something that the dogs can't do? Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. God damn, I'm all these characters. I made orange blossom Turkish delight on a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. All my
How
characters starting to bleed
unnecessary.
together. That actually doesn't sound too bad.
It doesn't sound bad, but it's unnecessary.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and is meant to be a display piece. What the fuck?
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Boyardee? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry.
Sounds like a great place. ...
I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted. But don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you!
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
This is awful. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together.
2 chefs.
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else.
He examines it
God damn.
closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. It looks good. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Pop. Just when I thought of seeing everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class.
No, we didn't do this for everyone. We did this for us, you fucker.
We didn't burn bridges with, like, everyone we met to make everyone pass.
I just, like, abused my best friend and hit on an old man in cooking school so that I could pass.
I'm pretty sure a sentient
gonna
machine
pass
is now
every
going
other
to be
bitch?
in, like, hell, and some kid got poisoned.
Some kid's just dead.
You
He
pass!
passes.
You pass! And everyone gets a pass!
Everyone gathers around to watch Oprah with the mac and cheese. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. What menu are we... He didn't make his restaurant yet. We don't have a menu. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you're indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. You're here for 3 days. The age range is like 12 to 48.
So shake your little booties. I'm not...
Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
You knew Sprinkles was a master chef, but he's a turntablist. Fuck yeah, Van Van Ashley.
Hold up. Hold up. Now Ashley is wife material. Look at how
So,
thick.
like, she's hot, but, like, look at his thighs.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Like, I'm just saying, like, I need me a girl like Ashley. Just saying.
Right? I need a man with a star in his fucking head. For a moment, you believe them. I don't know what we're believing. Fuck the ghost. I hate him. Get.
Oh, he was in a costume. Fuck him.
Another
That's another-
spork. Fucking Christ! I don't like looking at her. He's
still
still
in his-
gross.
Neither of them changed. Alright, yep. Okay,
Noises.
if Colonel does not come out in a fucking banana hammock, I'll riot. It's not worth it.
Oh.
Okay, we got to see him dressed down. Alright.
He looks casual. It's time for a full meal. It's Colonel Sanders.
Yeah,
The end. It's not the end. Everyone
put-
feasts their delicious dicks.
It's
Colonel
still
Sanders,
going.
Boyardee, couldn't help but wonder. We're doing the do-si-do. His hand went in my skirt, even though I'm a man, and our feet tired. You guessed. Could it be? Is he really saying? Chicken restaurants. What do you say, partner? I say I love you, Colonel Sanders.
They
The
did it!
end!
Woo! That was literally the end. Woo!